Okay, so here we go, back to school. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in tonight to learn, to hear some good things. I hope you get some good things out of this. We're gonna discuss a couple different topics that are good to be thinking about and preparing for as we're getting ready to go back to school. And this is a different year than we've ever had before. So there's a lot of unknowns for us as parents, a lot of unknowns and big changes for the kiddos who are going back to school, and a very different experience for the kids who are just starting out in kindergarten in the younger grades. And so we want our kids to be as equipped as possible. We want to set them up for success. And even as parents, and I have 3 teenagers who actually, one's going off to college, 2 of them in high school. So no matter what age your kids are, we want them to just be as prepared as they can be for whatever this school year will have for them. So here we go. Let's see if I can change my screen. So just to go over some dilution ratios when you're making rollers for little ones. So whether it's for infants or 2 to 5-year-olds, 5 to 10-year-old, here is the ratio. So I don't know if you want to take a picture of that or not. But when you put oils on your skin, they are in your bloodstream and into your body systems very, very quickly. And if you will add a carrier oil with your essential oils, the absorption rate is slowed down a little bit, which is really good. So when you're putting oils on littles, it's really great to make a roller. That way it's all done and it's convenient and it's ready to go. You can make different roller blends depending on what you need, and you can even give the rollers to the kids to put in their backpacks when they go off to school, or to have on hand for yourself when you want to use them. But if you don't have rollers and you're just going to dilute it yourself, this is what I do. I like to use the V6, which is the Young Living Carrier Oil. This is really great. I'll put a couple drops of essential oils in my hand or in a little dish, and then add the carrier oil to it, mix it up a little bit, and then apply it. So you can either mix it that way or just put it in a roller, and that's an easy way to go. So when you're putting oils on kids, it's best, if they're not already using oils, it's best to start out slow and easy with the kids. So the bottom of the feet is always a safe place for putting the oils. You can also put them on the chest, on the back, or on the back of their neck. But the safest place to get started is really on the bottom of their feet, because the bottom of the kids' feet are really tough, and the skin is thicker there, and so the skin is less sensitive to oil. So some oils can be hot and always should be diluted. Those should always go on the bottom of the feet for kids. That would be peppermint, panaway, thieves, and oregano. Those are really hot, and some of you probably know what that means or have experienced it. But it can either make the skin feel really hot or even icy. So one good thing to keep in mind when it comes to hot oils is to not put them near the eyes, or to rub your eyes when you have these oils on your hands. And so that is just no fun. No fun at all. So when it comes to using oils, it's really important to keep the oils where you're going to use them and where you're going to need them, and to have routines with your oils. So I know even as adults, we probably have our oily routines. I know that I do for myself. I know what oils I put on in the morning. I have them in my bathroom. The oils I need are in the kitchen that I need for later in the day. And the key is to put your oils where you're going to need them and where you're going to see them, to remember to use them. But even when it comes to the kids, it's important for them to get used to oily routines as well. And last week we did the toxin-free home class, and we just talked about the importance of eliminating as many toxins as possible from the products that we're using, for ourselves and for our kids. And so that even goes to these back to school products and routines that we have. Now, one thing about using oils is consistency really is key, because our body systems take about 3 months to adjust to the oils that we're using to really see the results. And so that's why it's important to be consistent and to just build a routine with the kids. And so helps them support whatever systems they need support with. And we know that kids like routines anyway. So some great ideas for getting the kids set up, even first thing in the morning, is in the bathroom, we have our Thieves Toothpaste. And the kids scent line actually has a toothpaste as well. And this toothpaste is free from fluoride, dyes, synthetic colors, artificial flavors, and preservatives. And I know for me, we love the lavender body lotion, the Genesis, and the Kids Care line lotion as well, the shampoo and bath gel for shower days. And the key to these, using these products that don't have the toxins and the chemicals, is that's less burden and stress on our bodies and on the kids' bodies. So the less stress their bodies are feeling at home, the more efficient they'll be at school and the more relaxed they'll be at school. And so in the kitchen, we have our Thieves essential oil for immunity boosting. We have Genius, which is one of the kid scent lines, which we put on the kids before they start school for focus. And vitamins and the prebiotics are also really good for the kids with keeping their gut health really strong. In the kids' room, we have the Dream Ease or the Sleepy Eyes, which is really great to put on their spines before bed. So, and then put diffuser, keep the diffuser going at night when they settle in for a good night's sleep. So when it comes to having a successful day at school, a good night's sleep is really key. And a good blend for a bedtime roller is lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver. So you can either use those oils separately or put them together in a roller blend. And that's a really great one for sleeping. So one key thing about, knowing what oils to use for yourself or for your kids is, well, they say that oils respond kind of differently to each person. So for some people, lavender is very calming, but for some people, lavender actually kind of wakes them up a little bit. And so knowing which oils work well for you and for your kids is pretty key. So I'm going to go over a few oils here that, are suggested, but you may know better an oil that's good for one of your children but doesn't work for the other one. And so it's important to kind of know what works for you and what works for your kids. So we're going to go over a few oils that are good for emotional support. One moment here. So, and this year in particular, there's going to be a lot of emotions going on because things are not quite normal. And the more support we can give the kids emotionally, the better off they're going to be. And so a couple key oils that I like for emotional support, which I think is great for kids, is Valor. Valor is one of my all-time favorites. I keep this one in my purse myself, and I'm rolling it on my wrists like several times a day. And I've heard some different testimonies of people using Valor on their kids, and their kids really respond kind of quickly and really well to the Valor blend. So you may already know which emotional support oils you like. You may already know which ones your kids are kind of drawn to. So it's important to have them available for them before they go to school, or even to take with them in their backpack. So we have Stress Away, Peace and Calming, Valor, Joy, and even White Angelica. White Angelica is really good for kind of like emotional armor, protecting you from other people's negativity or anxious feelings that they may be experiencing, and it helps you kind of keep your own emotions together, or your child keep their emotions together. I know for me, I can be sensitive to what other people are feeling around me, and sometimes kids are very sensitive. Sometimes they're picking up what other people around them are feeling, and that can just add to some of their stress. So White Angelica is a great one for kids to use to help them, I don't know, just feel more relaxed and confident in the classroom. So with these oils, they can either inhale them or just put it in a roller and apply when they need it. So it's important to teach your kids how to use these oils and, you know, where they can put them. Your kids are going to show you which ones they like, and it's important to let them use the ones that they like as long as they're, you know, reasonable and safe, good choices. So good places to put the oils on for kids when they're feeling nervous or anxious is on their wrists, on the back of their neck. And I know at school it'd be hard to do the bottom of their feet, but so probably wrists and the back of their neck is really good. Lavender is a really good one for calming and whenever they're facing tense situations. So I know for me, when I send my kids to school, they've got oils in their backpacks, they've got rollers, and my daughter really likes the citrus ones. And so, you know, she being in high school, she doesn't want everybody, all the kids to see her rolling on her oils. So she'll do it discreetly, but she knows which ones she likes and which ones help support her when she's, you know, facing presentations or doing group work and things that kind of push her beyond her boundaries, her comfort zone. That's when these oils come in handy, just to help give them that extra boost that they need. And so joy is another really good one. Joy is good, kind of helps you feel alive and feel full of purpose. And for me, it's actually one of my favorite ones. And so not everybody likes it. It does have a like a bold scent. So, you know, and again, this goes back to which ones are you drawn to, which ones are you not. So you really do want to pick the ones that are going to work for you. So another aspect to having a successful school year is keeping our immune systems strong. So this is what I like about Young Living is it helps us live proactively. It helps us keep our bodies strong, keep our bodies, our immune systems working well. Instead of dealing with germs and things, you know, overloading our bodies, we can actually be proactive and be using our Thieves hand sanitizer, drinking our Ningxia to boost our immune system. And actually just this week, you know, my stomach wasn't feeling great, so I go and I grab the Digest, I rub it on my belly, and you know, then it's a really hot day, I go grab my peppermint, I put it on the back of my neck, and I thought, man, I am so grateful for these tools in my home to be able to support my body however it needs it. And I was thinking, man, like I was thinking how awful it would be. I was like, okay, what would I have grabbed before Young Living if my stomach wasn't feeling well? You know, or if I'm feeling hot, what do you do? And so I was just thinking, like, I'm so grateful to have these oils that actually work and have these amazing products that are chemical free. They're not adding any stress or burdens on our bodies. They're actually helping us deal with everything that life throws at us without having to worry about our bodies and what we're using in our products. And so, yeah, I remember I've seen this picture. If you're not using essential oils, life is harder than it needs to be. And I'm like, yes, there is so much truth to that because, you know, there's so many things that happen in our everyday, and I love just having these oils to be able to grab and use for whatever comes our way. And so here we are, immune support. So there's a couple different things that we can do. Thieves essential oil really is an amazing go-to for that. It helps your immune system do what it was designed to do, which is amazing. So Young Living does have lots of oils and supplements to help with that. A couple are RC for coughs and sniffles, frankincense, lemon, and thieves, great for immunity boosting. They have a supplement, it's called Mighty Pro. This is for kids. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic in a supplement, and it's in little individual packets. It's super tasty. That's a really great one for kids. And the Mighty Pro also has Ningxia wolfberries in it, and it's just like a super little convenient packet. It actually reminds me of like pixie sticks. Like it's a powder inside a little tube. And I mean, when I have them, the kids love them, and I even like to take them too. So the key really is keep our immune systems supported so that it can fight off germs and whatever might come our way. And that even comes down to drinking the Ningxia and lots of water, getting good rest, that kind of thing. So just like we brush our teeth every day, we get the kids get their shoes on, they get their backpacks. It's important for them to be thinking about, okay, what else do I need? Get your rollers. I like to keep the rollers like in a little pouch or a little bag, easy to toss in the backpack so that they're all together and they know right where they are when they need them. So when it comes to actually doing the schoolwork and the homework, there's some really great strategies and oils for supporting the focus and supporting concentration. So whether we got our kids at home doing homework, whether they're going to be homeschooling or whether they're out the door and off to school, it's really important that we give them the right tools to help them focus. Because I know for me and my kids, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to think of many other things that are funner than schoolwork. And it's almost like as soon as they think of schoolwork or homework, they just all of a sudden feel overwhelmed or, you know, already discouraged by what they have to do, even though it's usually not as bad as they think it's going to be. And so having the right tools for the kids is going to be really, really helpful. So when it comes to oils for focus, it's good on the back of the neck, on the top of their head, and on the bottom of their feet, and in particular their big toe. And that's because the big toe is the Vitaflex point for the brain and the spinal column. And so if you put the oils there on the bottom of their big toe, that's going to really get right through to the brain. So, and again, consistency is key with the kids and using their oils. And so we have Brain Power. That's one of the Young Living blends. I actually don't have that one. It has Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood and frankincense. And when it comes to choosing the oils for focus, oils that are high in sesquiterpenes help oxygenate the brain, and which is excellent when we need to be thinking and the kids need to be processing information. So the higher levels of sesquiterpenes enable our DNA cells to receive more oxygen, which promotes clarity and focus. So vetiver is a really good one for that. And one of my tricks for vetiver, this is actually one of the promos this month. It's a super thick oil and it doesn't come out of the bottle if you take the cap and try and drip it. So I always put some carrier oil in it right away to help make it a little bit more liquidy. And then I put a roller top on it. It's a very, very woodsy smell. And it's a bit of a sticky oil, but it's amazing for the brain and for focus. I actually haven't heard anybody say they didn't like that one yet, but it's a very, very bold, woodsy smell. Okay, so vetiver, great for focus and calming. Cedarwood is so great for so many things. It's great in the diffuser at bedtime, but it's also great when they're trying to focus and they're learning, which sounds funny that it'll be calming and help you sleep, but yet also help you focus and learn. So it's very multi-purpose. Genius is another one. So Genius is in the kid scent line. And this is great for focus, great for concentration. And I would put this in the diffuser or put it right on the back of their neck while they're studying. So the Young Living Kid Scent line really is a great lineup of oils for kids because they're already diluted for kids. You don't have to worry about the concentration because it's already been diluted for us. And they have, oils for digestion, oils for focus, oils for sleep, oils for the respiratory system, just so many good things. So the one that's good for focus is the Genius one. So if your child has a nut allergy, this is not the oil blend for them. Um, this one again is very high in sesquiterpenes, just like the brain power. So it's really good for oxygenating, helps your child focus and work on whatever task they have ahead of them. So when your kid is at home and either doing homework, it's really important to have a diffuser going for them or have these focus oils ready to go when they're doing their homework. Also, really good key things to keep in mind is drinking lots of water, getting fresh air, taking breaks when they need it. When we use oils, our bodies just naturally start detoxing and cleansing. And so even for our kids, when they're oiling up in the morning and during schoolwork and before bed, drinking a lot of water is really key because it's going to help our bodies, kind of flush out whatever our body has been detoxing with the oils. And so that's a great thing to keep in mind when we're oiling up our kiddos for school. Okay, backpack essentials. So things that we send with our kids off to school to help them have a successful day. So there's a couple of things. So first off, whatever oils you want to send with your kid, whether it's for emotional support, whether it's for focus, whether it's for immunity, you'll know what you want to send. So that goes in the backpack. The Thieves hand sanitizer is fabulous. Great little tiny thing to toss in the backpack. I actually like to put these in the lunch bag so that they can hand sanitize before lunch and then maybe after, but definitely before they're eating is a good time. I like to get the big ones and then just refill these little backpack size ones. And the cool thing about the Thieves hand sanitizer is that it is now approved by Health Canada as an effective hand sanitizer for COVID. So that's really great, super exciting. Their hand sanitizer is enhanced with peppermint oil to cleanse and purify the hands. So maybe a lip balm for the kids. Young Living has amazing lip balms that are great for the lips. They don't dry them out and they're full of antioxidants and they have essential oils in them too. So another great backpack essential is Ningxia packets. These are super easy and convenient to toss in the lunch bag or in their backpack just to give them an extra nutrient boost throughout the day, or if they weren't able to get one in the morning before they go off to school. Super handy. So the Ningxia Red, I know some of you already drink it and are already familiar with it, but for those of you who haven't experienced it yet, this is a super fruit beverage, and the Ningxia Red, the primary ingredient is wolfberries, but it also has aronia, plum, blueberry, and pomegranate, which are all really, really high in antioxidants. So I think it tastes fabulous. There's no sugar added. It's a great source of protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. And it contains therapeutic grade essential oils as well: lemon, tangerine, orange, and yuzu. So the cool thing about antioxidants is they help protect the body against free radicals and damaged cells, which is great. We need protection from that. And it has energy, but not with sugar, which is great. It's just going to have the natural sugars that are in the fruit. So we talked about the Thieves hand sanitizer a little bit. Now more than ever, we need this hand sanitizer and we need to be sanitizing our hands. I know for me, when I'm going in and out of lots of different stores, they're wanting us to put their hand sanitizers on. I always have my own with me so that I am not putting theirs on, because I don't know what is in their sanitizers. And actually, a lot of them are actually being recalled from different ingredients that they have. And so I like to have this in my purse when I'm going in different stores. And it's important for our kids to have good hand sanitizer available. And knowing that this is approved by Health Canada means that it's going to be great even in the school. So one cool thing about the Thieves hand sanitizer is it doesn't kill good bacteria, which we all need good bacteria on our skin and in our bodies this Thieves hand sanitizer only kills the bad bacteria, which is important because we need good bacteria to help support our immune systems. And being approved by Health Canada is amazing. Okay, so sleep. This is super important for us, super important for our kids. It helps us and just helps everyone have a stronger immune system, better focus, and all around, you know, it's easier to face situations that might be challenging or stressful when we're feeling rested. So the more we can do to help our kids have a good night's sleep, you know, that's just a huge, huge help for them. So one really fun thing is a DIY pillow spray. This helps just set a nice aroma for the kids to, you know, before they go to bed or even while they're going to sleep. So a recipe suggestion is a pinch of Epsom salts. So the salts actually help to disperse the oil into the recipe. 2 to 4 ounces of water and 4 to 8 drops of lavender. Pretty simple. And then you can just spritz it on their pillow or on their blankets before they go to sleep. Or a sleepy oil blend could be lavender and cedarwood, maybe in a lotion where you rub their feet or rub it on their back before they go to sleep, or with a carrier oil in a roller. And actually that's one thing I like about Young Living and the oils is we have way more physical touch in the home now that we're using oils than we ever did before. Whether it's putting oils on the kids, the back of their necks, helping them get oils on their wrist or on the bottom of their feet. And I know for me as having teenagers, you know, they're very independent and they're not looking for hugs or snuggles anymore. And so it's nice to be able to, you know, rub their shoulders or the back of their neck for them, or even get oils on the bottom of their feet. And so bedtime is a great time to be doing that. Some diffuser ideas for bedtime. Peace and calming is a really good one. Lavender and cedarwood, stress away. And I would even go to 2 of the kids scent blends. One is Seedlings Calm and one is Dream Ease. It actually smells really great. Very, very calming. So, and again, you may know specific ones that work well for you or for your kids. Whichever ones they're kind of drawn to, put those in the diffuser. Valor and White Angelica are also really good, and even orange. So I actually like to pair a lot of my oils with orange in the diffuser. So there's also 2 supplements that really help with sleep, and I actually just ordered one myself for my daughter to try because she doesn't sleep as well as I'd like her to. So one is Sleep Essence. And I was reading the ingredients on this. Lavender, vetiver, valerian, tangerine, and ruta, which is in the Ruta Valor roller. And actually I smell them, or I smell the supplement and it reminds me of the Tranquil roller, which is kind of neat. But these are little gel capsules, and it says formulated with lavender, melatonin, and vetiver. So I'm excited for Maddie to try this. But so that's one supplement that's really good for helping with sleep. And that's on the American side, so that would be an NFR order for us. So Sleep Essence, and one thing about it is it helps promote a restful sleep. ImmunoPro is the other supplement that helps with sleep support because it has a little bit of melatonin in it. So melatonin is the hormone that our body uses and creates naturally to help regulate sleep and wake cycles. And so I know we have a lot of things happening in our everyday that can throw our wake and sleep cycles off. And so here's a natural supplement that can help regulate that again, which is important. So here are some oil singles and some blends that are recommended for sleep. We have lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile. And for blends, Peace and Calming, Valor, Stress Away, Rutavala, Roll-On, or the Tranquil Roll-On. And then supplements, ImmuPro and Sleep Essence. So I haven't tried the Emu Pro, but I really should. So with littles and, you know, even kids before they're getting to school or preschool age, a bedtime routine is really helpful in getting them set up for a good night's sleep. Whether you give them a bath with a little bit of Epsom salts and some lavender or some peace and calming, or even the kid scent oil blend that's good for calming, and then, you know, help them relax. You can do the DIY pillow spray or help them pick the oils for their diffuser. And I know that the kids like to, I don't know, take ownership of their oils or the roller blends that are made for them. Even at a young age, it's really great to be training them and teaching them how to use these amazing tools. I know for me, we didn't have oils in the home until they were like 8, 9, and 10 years old. And so, actually, no, 6, 7, and 8. So they were still really young. So they've been using oils for years now. And I just love it. It makes my heart happy when I see them go to the oily shelf and grab an oil and put it on, whether it's on their belly or on the back of their neck. And so even at a really young age, we can be teaching them how to use these oils and these blends to help support whatever their need, whether it's physical, emotional, or immunity. Um, so another great thing to think about is, you know, setting boundaries on our time. I know right now, and this season that we're in is not the typical summer. The school year we're going to be facing is not a typical school year. And so the more we can prepare the kids or supply them with what they need to be successful, the more successful they're going to be. And um, knowing when to set boundaries on our time is really key. Families can be so busy going from A to B, back to A, and trying to fit homework in and juggling so many different things that it can, you know, sometimes we have too much on our plates. So it's important sometimes to know when to say no or when to put different limits on our time, and not to say yes to too many things, because, you know, that's not good for us and it's not good for our kids. And so having good routines in place are really good for us as adults and even really good for kids. And it's teaching kids, like, they're watching us. Even when we don't think that they are. They're watching us and learning from our habits and learning from our routines. And so the more we can teach them good habits and good routines, you know, the better they're going to be at this age, and then again when they're adults. And so thinking about, you know, setting the kids up for a great school year, we're talking about immune support for us and for the kids, because we know if they're leaving the home and coming back, we know what happens at schools. And, you know, washing our hands with good soap and water and using our Thieves hand sanitizer, and, you know, getting them ready out the door, having them have the right tools they're going to need at school, having it all set up for when they get home, for doing homework in a good relaxing environment with the right oils and lots of water. And then again at bedtime, having a good routine for winding down and settling down, just to do it all over again the next day. And so it's just been amazing to have the Young Living products, whatever they are, from a bedtime routine product or first thing in the morning, or, you know, the Ningxia packs to throw in the backpack. Like, Young Living has taken a lot of the guesswork out of what products should we use or what are good tools to have in our homes for a successful school year. And, you know, here, like, it's right around the corner. I can't believe summer is almost gone already, but just a couple of weeks and our kids are going to be starting the school year again. And so it's good to be thinking ahead of time and planning, what do I need to get? What do the kids like? And how can we be supporting them as best we can for a successful school year? And I know for me as a mom, I need support as well when it comes to dealing with homework or dealing with kids and the bedtimes or getting them up in the morning and out the door. Like there's so many things that different supports that we all need. And so as we're getting the kids ready for back to school and all the tools and supplies that they need, it's also important to be thinking about what do we need and how can we support ourselves to take good care of the kids. And I know as moms, a lot of times we don't make ourselves the priority. It's really easy for us to give so much of ourselves that, you know, we just drag our butts to bed at the end of the day exhausted. But the more we can take care of ourselves as well, the better we're going to take care of our families. And I know we hear the term self-care a lot these days, but that's for a reason. It is important that we're also taking care of ourselves so that we can take good care of our families. And I think it's important that we don't feel guilty about that, about taking time for a bath or taking time to go for a walk or whatever you find is a good way to self-care for you. I think it's important to be taking that time because we need to take good care of ourselves if we're going to take good care of our families. And yes, our families are a priority for us. And the more we can do to help them be successful, we want to do that. But I also want to encourage you to take care of yourself and not to be hard on yourself. It's important to do the best you can with what you have. And just if you feel like you've made mistakes in your day or you feel like I don't know, sometimes we can be hard on ourselves. Tomorrow is a whole new day where we get to start again and we get to try again. And so the key is progress. Sometimes we can try and do too many things at once or try and master too many things at once and we end up just discouraged. And so one key is just one small step at a time, or if you need to make a few changes, one change at a time. So that is the content for tonight. So if people want to, feel free to turn on your cameras and unmute your mics. And I'm going to stop recording here. Actually, I stop my screen share first.